Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Well, it's Saturday, the 29th of March, another month moving past very swiftly. And tonight I think we have a partial eclipse as well. We are in the eclipse season. Oh, goodness. I'm rosboundy psychic medium bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. And it is a Saturday. It is a little bit of a more relaxed time, and we have it's still the Lenormand deck, but it's not going to be the Gilded Breviary. Let's go over and see what the cards have for us today. Bring your psychic senses and your spirit guides with you. I think I've got some things happening with my computer. It's struggling with the load at the moment, and it's reduced down to the minimal as boot. Anyway, sometimes that happens, and I can't get into my Facebook on my iPad to check. There you go. I'm going to just contemplate the grey skies that look like we've got a very, very thick fog here over in the hills. And for those who might have been here right from the start, seeing the view from the front, let's just have a quick look at what the view from the front is. Let's go back to the cards. It's what we're here for. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Good morning, Hilda. Hello, dear Ros, and all in the chat, and it would be your good evening. Lovely to have you here. And Fiona, good morning, Ros girlie, and all around the globe. The good afternoon or good evening. Nice morning at North Adelaide, yes, isn't it? Well, I would say it would be. Have you got the mistiness or fog or anything like that? And yay, back sweet, Ros girlie. Yeah, it froze. My computer is having a bit of a struggle, I think, with what it's coping with here. But that's okay. And Fiona, yes, we did have a dark morning this morning. It was definitely that. And I'm looking forward to when the daylight savings timing goes back to normal timing. I really don't like daylight savings at all. Now, let's zoom in on the cards because they do look a bit far away there. I am using the mystical Lenormand deck, as you can see. And this is the one, I'm going to hold it up because it's been a while since I've held the pack up. And here we've got what's created by regular Elizabeth Flechter, the mystical Lenormand. She does call them the fortune-telling cards of the Marianne Lenormand, which they actually were designed as that from what we've got as historical knowledge. And these were painted by Irvin Trush. I'm presuming and hoping that I have pronounced that correctly. So that's the deck that we're using, and as you can see, like it is the smaller deck. So that's why it looked so far away. And there's the guidebook. I'll be using that, okay, in a sec. And what we have, Fiona, you've got your sun out now. Oh, interesting. Good. We've still got complete fogginess and grey sky. It's absolutely grey. That's why it looks a bit dull on the colours. Well, sort of dull. Anyway, let's keep moving forward. What we have for this morning, for today, is the Fox card as our theme today. And that is card number, that's right, last time we used these, they were very hard to read, some of these numbers. A Fox is card 14. And what we have with the mice, that's card 25. They are in the home space. And then we have in our workspace card 11, which is this isn't the cross, this is the whip. Okay, you can just see the whip in his hand there. This one doesn't have the birch broom like our Gilded Breviary one does, that Chiro does. This one is, well, he's got a club. It'll be interesting to read the definition, the explanation in the little guidebook. But that is card 11. So here we have it. We've got card 23, the mice, 14, the fox, and 11, the whip. Okay, and with each of this particular deck doesn't have any correlating, it doesn't have the connection to the regular playing cards. Okay, let me just do that. There's something else that popped up on the screen, and that's obviously why it was struggling. Anyway, zoom in. Just got to find the zoom button. I'll go zooming in fully on those three cards. I'm going to grab the little guidebook and we'll go straight away to card 14. I really like how this one's depicted because it's just a normal scene of what a fox might be doing out in the wild, in the woods, that type of thing. It's needing to drink water and we're seeing the reflection. I think it's a rather gorgeous card. And the colours are actually, what I'm feeling is soothing. I like the look of that. It just looks in its natural form. So with this, the fox warns against falseness, cunning and lies. So our theme today is to be aware. So having the awareness, the fox warns against falseness, cunning and lies. Depending on the cards lying next to it, the fox is always an indicator that something is wrong. So we're needing to keep our awareness open for something that just feels off. Keep, have that ability being practiced as well to tune into all of our senses as we're moving through our day so that we have that tuning in to what might be something that just doesn't feel right. We're really going to be practicing our intuition today, putting it into practice, into action. Okay. And what we've got is other explanations within this are, okay. So this has a lot of examples of what are other cards that might be accompanying. I'm trying to find the next. So in combination with positive cards, fox indicates that it's appropriate to be cunning. It may want to point out that there is a clever person who's not so serious about the truth. So, having the awareness and being able to interpret and discern for yourself what you might feel is up. It's something not quite right. Okay, that just feels so. It's the natural feel of this card. I really am enjoying it. I like that sense of, as much as it's at the water, that's when the senses for any of the wild creatures is at its highest because it's potentially the time where they're at their most vulnerable and need to be aware fully. We're being given this warning, this awareness for our day today as that theme. And then we're going to go across to the mice. I'll just check the comments because I noticed, Fiona, thank you so much. You've got the numbers out, the numerology. Our day number is a 5, and all of these cards together come up to a 5, do they? And woo, today is double 5-5. Yes, the 5 for the day number and 5 for the cards. Wow, there's some strong indications and meanings in that. I can't quite remember it with the 5. I think the 5 being the cusp, or the crest of what is the order of the numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 0, I can't remember. Fiona, you might know, just to put a little phrase there in there explaining that. I just can't remember, but 5, 5 is, any double number is an angel number. That's my understanding. Now we're in the home space and we've got the mice at card 23. I like the mice. I find them very playful. Even in this one, they're sharing. They've got abundance with this wheel of cheese, and in the they are in the pantry. Most of the cards that depict mice have them in food, where there's food and pantry, that type of aspect. And this isn't any different. I like the triune, as in the 3, that is here with the mice. Hear, see, speak, know, evil type of feeling, or even the witches 3, or the Father, Son, Holy Ghost type 3. And we've got 3 jars at the back. I don't know. 3 for me, it's my number. I love it. So here we go. What we've got with the mice is the mice brings about loss, sorrows, and theft. If the card lies next to the person's card, this is the positioning. So something nagging. So also can stand for a thief. Can be an indicator of disease. Now, they're very brief little descriptions here. But what I get from the mice, yes, there's definitely something in the background happening in the home space that is, we're able to share our abundance, but there are times where people like to steal it instead of asking for whatever it is they're needing. So have that awareness. It is that, we know that the fox usually has that sly fox type of a saying. We've got here sneaky mice that are, that they're stealing the thievery, that type of surreptitious behind our backs, hidden in corners type of activity in the home space. It's feeling like we really do need to be super aware today, have our senses really tuned in for something that's just not feeling right, that is giving us unease. Listen to that, and we might need to be looking more deeply at possible source of that. What is it that's causing that, and really digging a bit deeper for ourselves in that today. It's not going to be anyone else's responsibility to do that. It is us. It is you and me, our own individual. Open those senses, have the awareness happening. Right, now as we go to card 11 for the whip. Hi Felicity, I can see you watching from Instagram. It's lovely to see you. And here we have it with the whip's explanation. Oh, before I go on to that, I shall look at the comments again, because we've got Michaela. Morning, lovely and all. Happy dark moon. That's the one I saw it being explained as, yes, a dark moon. Thank you for that, because it is the fully new moon waned type thing, and partial eclipse, all that. Google it and you'll find out a lot more about it as well, won't you? And Summer, hello to you. Lovely to have you on board as well and watching. Now, Hilda, I'll send you a Facebook audio chat with the proper pronunciations of the German names of the creators of today's deck. Oh, thank you. Because I really do like to have the correct pronunciations of people's names. And it's hard to know if which language they even originate as. The German, French, whatever, because so many seem to be similar, but they are definitely different. Thank you for that. Hilda. And Fiona is sharing on one of the other pages. Michaela in Aries. Yes, thank you. I had a very short glimpse at my astrology last night, but didn't take much notice. I don't remember things like that. Getting a message keep popping up. Very, very annoying. It's not going away. Go away, Microsoft. I'm on an iMac computer and I accidentally was installing something that's Microsoft. Now it's not going away. Don't do that, anyone. On a Mac, use apples. I want to fill up the bucket of apples, not bring in an MS. Anyway, where am I? I was up to the Aries. And Fiona, you're on the personal page with that second one. Great, thank you. Thank you for sharing them around to each of those spaces. Thank you. Now, with the whip, a very short little explanation. The whip's card, it says whips, I can only see one. But anyway, the whip card brings arguments. So scathing disagreements and otherwise. So if the card lies next to so that's all right. It's not next to any other card relevant to what's been explained here. So it's just about arguments and that type of thing. So very simple explanation it's got here. In this, the way, got dust on it. I was trying to keep the cards very clean. I somehow have some dust on my cloth. It is put in a very religious looking context, this one. Personally, it reminds me of, was it The Exorcist or was it the movie that was, Dan Brown wrote it, the Da Vinci Code? That book that was done into a movie, and one or other of those did have a priest that was very severely self-flagellating and in a very fundamentalist type of an understanding around what his beliefs were with the sect or whatever he was belonging to. It was very vicious and nasty looking to be convinced that it was okay to do that sort of thing to yourself. When I see whips, yes, it has been for punishment over the years. They have been used, though, as a sense of control for horse riding. They have been used for control for stock mustering, because that's what I used to use one as when I was a child on the farm. It was just to crack the whip to make the sound behind the cows as we were bringing them in the morning for the dairy. So that's how I remember the whip. It's not just because of the meaning that, like the meaning that we've got here for it today is that it's about arguments. It was about that sense of being able to use something as a tool, yes, for control, but for the control to the better of what is to move forward and get some action out of things ahead. Well, that's how I see it from what my experience was on a farm. So anyway, in the workspace, because this with the mice, this is in the family and home space, that is the personal arena. This here is in that work and community space, where we are out and about into our community, our town, whatever, however you're working, whatever space that you're working. And to me, it's cracking the whip to get things done. But it could also be, be aware of someone that is angry or has those emotions that they want to get back at you, and that type of thing. That's what I'm feeling with this. That it's that type of thing that is someone really wants to punish you for some reason. Have an awareness of what's going around. We've got something that is happening today in the great theme for what our day is that's not quite kosher, not going to be to the best result if we're not aware and waylay it or shift the direction or look at things with a different perspective. We can still act on it. We've got this that is the whip that's going to be bringing some form of action once we have that awareness brought to our conscious attention and ability to do something about it. Not always can we do something about situations, but if we are aware of it, we can know how best to act rather than react. Okay, so I'll pop back over here and we'll go through the comments, the rest of them. And Fiona, yes, you bit on an apple. I wonder, so do you have the apple products or are you actually having your breakfast? I love that. And Hilda, all the cards in this deck are pictured as if you're looking through a window. I love this deck. It really is an interesting eye-opener in the different perspectives that can be possible as we interpret cards, isn't it? Every single the decks, the creators of the decks really have their perspective that opens up our eyes even further, doesn't it? Like you said, I love them too. And the artwork is a different style, so it brings in even that different aspect of creativity and looking at things differently. It really does, which is what perspective is. And there we go. Much love and light to all, and a great new moon eclipse weekend. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you, Hilda, and you have a lovely evening and tomorrow with these card energies that are for, for everyone. In whatever way it means for you, these cards are relevant for your own self and the environment that you live in, your home space, your workspace. The responsibility for the interpretation ultimately comes to you yourself, how you understand what it means for your life situations. I can only give but a guidance. Trust your spirit guides as you're moving through your day, and that sense of what you get as the gut feeling, your intuition, that is your intuition. So move in love and light as you're going through whatever you're experiencing today. And Fiona, eating those beautiful apples as you move through your day and enjoy what is the fruits of Mother Earth and the fruits of living our own life in our choice of what we do. It comes down to being our choice in how we act, react, and etc. and respond. So love and happiness to all from Michaela. Did I put that up? I think I did. And Summer, I don't do a general reading for here. These cards are your general reading. So take it knowing your life situation for now as your day reading. If you want to look at it as being something that's even a further and more expanded timeline, trust your spirit guides to give you that guidance as you are looking at the cards or re-watching the video to get the nuance that you need from the interpretation for you. Put your spirit guides in that space and place. And Michaela, oh, yeah, lock the door when you go out. Okay, that could be true. That could be true. I'm not sure in what sense you're putting that comment there, but um, look, these days, trust is one of those things that really is hard earned, and it is good to be aware, be very aware of what's happening around you, most especially today. Okay? It is an interesting world that we're living in right now. So, with all of that, come back to Source and be that unconditional love that we are. That is Source. That is our whole complete beingness when we allow ourselves to live in that energy. And then we share it out. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you tomorrow morning around the same time with less techie issues. And keep being the best you that you can be. And until then, namaste.